Johnny Mullen, the new Fogo for the Orange this season, a first-year starter just like McCool, sets up from the X and wins his first one to himself, matched up with Casey Klossner, and we're underway from the Dome. Although head coach Gary Gate did say he would be out a couple weeks after the Hopkins loss. Near side, Hiltz, one more below goal line, extended. Spolina in front, a shot denied by Hapward in Manhattan. But the rebound goes to Spolina in the Orange with 20 on the shot clock.
So Manhattan did jump into their zone defense. They're in it again now.
Dodge from the top of the box and a sidewinder saved by Connor Hapward. If you're just tuning in, you haven't missed much. 3 turnovers and a couple big saves from Connor Hapward in the crease for Manhattan. And he stuffs that wide open step down from Hiltz. He is really rising to the occasion right now.
Dupree, 66, solid player for Manhattan, their second leading scorer from last year.
4 goals in their latest win against Mount St. Mary's, but it's Liam Peabody who flies into the crease and ends up getting called for a crease violation. Spolina trying to force the issue, get the donut off the scoreboard, skip pass to Hiltz. Who finds Spolina, sidewinders denied. Hapward again stands on his head. Fresh 60 on the shot clock. That was on Cage, and the Orange get another chance. Another fresh shot clock on a long possession defensively for the Jaspers. Roa finds the cutting English. Hapward was all over it. His best offensive showing of the year after he was an all-max selection last year. 10 on the shot clock, the sidewinder off the crossbar, the second chance bounces in, and Manhattan is ready to play. Jaspers the 1-0 lead. Heiner missed the first go-around, but the captain cashes in on the second chance. And Manhattan 1-0 with 6.5 to go in the first.
What a play here by Heiner. Hits this one off the pipe. Gets his own rebound. You're going to see him put this back in. Athletic play from Heiner, the captain for the Jaspers.
1-0 Manhattan. Waning minutes of the first quarter. And the Orange need momentum if they want to avoid one of the biggest upsets of a college lacrosse season. A gauntlet coming up next for the Orange. Hiltz flies it left, and the low-to-low in of a cross of Hapward and back out.
Syracuse playing 5v5 here.
Behind the back from Joey Spolina, his signature wraparound, stuffed by Connor Hapward. This is the longest scoring drought in a game for Syracuse to start a game all year, and Sam English can't end it as a kick save from Hapward and the ground ball scoop from Captain Hunter Newman and Manhattan.
Yeah, I don't think this is the start that anyone expected.
You could say that again. Leo trying to create through the trees. Hapward, automatic to start. Another save for the 5th-year goalie.
One of those best offensive players. He's got to get Syracuse out of this little slump.
In the midst of the best season of his career. BTB, and that's how the Orange get out of their funk. Spolina to Trey Deer, and he does that plenty. 1-1, just under a minute into his second quarter.
Trey Deer getting the start on attack in place of Finn Thompson. I was talking about this earlier. Syracuse needs to get the ball from X back up above the cage. Spolina does a good job working this matchup. Trey Deer catches this, improves his angle by going behind the back here, wrapping it around Manhattan defenseman. Beats Hapward for Syracuse's first goal.
Is scoreless despite a team-high 4 shots for Owen.
And if Syracuse elects to keep playing 5v5, if they keep Mullen out on the field, there's another save.
Well, it doesn't work there despite the open look for Wyatt Hoddle in front of the crease. Another save for the star of this game. Connor Hapward with 9 stuffs. And on the other end, Jimmy McCool finally called into action as Drew Heiner tried to go coast to coast for his second score. Hiltz, how did that not go in? Connor Hapward with a big deflection. No dice for Roa, but the Orange now playing 2 behind the cage. 20 on the shot clock. And a snipe into the bottom right from Spallina.
Syracuse goes into the open set, which they did a little bit against Hopkins, having those two players behind. They get this ball around the perimeter. Here's Spallina screaming one more. Just sticks this one low to low. He changes that up. Earlier in the game, he went low to high from that same spot in the first quarter. Credit to him switching that up.
Luke Roa, Hiltz, back to Leo on the run, and another stop, but not a second one. Trey Deer, he has been lurking on the crease all night, and another goal for the sophomore.
That's what it might take tonight for the Syracuse Orange, playing against Hapward. Syracuse going against this zone. Hiltz goes against the grain. Leo gets a good shot. Hapward commented earlier he was catching a lot of the saves, gives up a little rebound here. Manhattan just has to make sure that they're boxing out there. Heads up play by Deer. He's got some of the best hands on the team. You'll see him grab that here. And Hapward actually almost had that. Nice goal there by Deer, his second of the night.
Obviously a lot of local talent on this Manhattan squad as they make their trip up from the Bronx. A little bit of trouble for the Jaspers in front of the cage, but the ball popped free, and that's what this team needs if they want to pull off a stunner. Jack Miller caught the lob and slammed it home. Manhattan back within one.
Jack Miller taking advantage of a ball just bouncing his way. Right place, right time. Manhattan had forced the crease a little bit. O'Connor not able to handle it. Good crash by Roa and Juwan. Ball just pops to Miller. He's able to beat McCool low. Manhattan gets their second of the game.
Perfect 9 for 9 on the clear. Just fundamentally, like you said, Manhattan's doing its job. Spallina to McCarthy, and he puts it in. Just the second goal all season for the sophomore is Spallina trying to give Syracuse some separation.
This is exactly the zone look that I was talking about from Syracuse. They dodge from up top, get this ball back to Spallina, and just flash hard with these cuts. Tyler McCarthy, he set that pick for Cortez because he does a good job of timing up the cut.
Deer across the field to Spallina as the Orange have won all 8 faceoffs in this game, but still just a 2-goal game. That one snuck by Hapward, and it's now a 3-goal affair thanks to Michael Leo.
I was about to compliment the Manhattan defense. They've been sliding here pretty early, forcing the ball out of the Syracuse offensive players' hands. Leo just able to get a nice dodge here to his right hand. Sneak this one past Hapward. I believe near side, Hapward got a piece. Good righty take there by Michael Leo. Kind of beats that slide.
Leo, All-American as a sophomore last season, former 5-star recruit out of Nassau County, St. Anthony's product. He knows he can get it done. Deer again, off a great feed from X. Those two, Spallina and Deer, starting to take over. 6-2 Orange as they're going on a run in this second quarter.
Feel a little bit bad here for Matthew Pantorno, 21 in black. Makes a nice play, a little nice back check on Trey Deer. Ends up almost checking this ball into the goal. It's a nice cut there by Deer. Has a good angle when he does catch it.
Came in with some promise, top 70 recruit according to Inside Lacrosse.
Ooh.
And that's a former 5-star showing just how good he is. And Luke Roa off his left hip, finding the upper right corner.
I think Hapward's going to want these last 2 shots back. He gets a piece of them. We're seeing Luke Roa back here, able to shoot righty and lefty on the run. Probably the best offensive player for Syracuse in terms of shooting on the run mechanics.
Syracuse has outscored the Jaspers 7-1 after Manhattan got on the board first. High to low, Alex Bales tries to force the issue and deflect it off of McCool.
Because now we have a 6-on-7. He did have a little bit of a 5v4 there. Elected to just hold on to the ball for a second, get his guys out here.
Well, Hiltz has his chance, but it's deflected off of Hapward. And then outside of his crease, he pounced on that ball. Yeah, they breed those kind of guys in Ontario, where the sophomore is from. His only career goal against Manhattan. Oh, and Hiltz, he scored plenty of goals, but he rings that one off the pipe.
Hiltz and Leo with a little hidden ball trick.
Sidewinder and a score. There is Michael Leo, sniping in his second goal of the night, and the Orange cash in on the advantage. 6-goal lead for the Cuse. Just under a minute to play in this first half.
Michael Leo goes low to low here to that low left corner. That's a nice shot on a lefty goalie. Talked earlier about adding some deception. Pretty hard save for Hapward.
Career high in goals per game for Hiltz, but he has not scored a goal tonight, just an assist. Hiltz trying to prove me wrong, but he rings one off the net. Second chance at a score for the Orange as a flag flies. Taking advantage out of that timeout. And the snipe from Sam English. Who else but the grad student Mitty? Still 9-2 Orange after Loudon Sheehan committed that cross check.
Owen Hiltz went hard to his left hand, runs through that check, puts that one off the pipe, and just a heads-up play here from Sam English. Not only does he corral that ground ball, recognizes that Hapward's out of cage, sneaks a goal in there, his first of the night.
Greg Elijah Brown, who you pointed out, now a featured part of this man-up group with Finn Thompson out. BTB from Leo. Deer one more, and Johnny on the spot. Greg Elijah Brown, 2 career goals, both against Manhattan.
Greg Elijah Brown making his way onto this man up. He's the beneficiary of some great ball movement by the Syracuse man up. Owen Hiltz playing point on this man up top. Syracuse moving this ball down the alley, throwing some behind the back, some skip passes, some one more. That's some very unselfish play and a nice finish by Greg Elijah Brown at the end. They're kind of backpedaling a little bit and playing into Syracuse's hands. I would like to see them just be a little bit more aggressive, more forward acting with their footwork.
Forward thinking, Michael Leo right to the doorstep, but there to save the day like he's been all night. Connor Hapward, 15 saves for Hapward. English directing traffic. Leo shakes a man off and scores. That corner was hammered, and Leo has a hat trick.
Both Sam English and Michael Leo showing off their athleticism here. English draws an easy slide, and then Michael Leo just goes to work on this left wing. You know, he thought about this shot to start, hitches a little bit, gets this nice rollback, improves his angle, and I'm not sure Hapward could really see that one, shoots it around the screen. Manhattan just hasn't been able to really generate a ton of good looks.
That wasn't a bad one.
Yeah, that was one of their best. Scott O'Connor, 3 goals against Syracuse last year in the Dome.
And his teammates didn't score any goals outside of that. 3 goals for Manhattan on that game, and all of them from O'Connor. Now they're starting to generate some looks. Alex Bales, another chance. And another ground ball pickup. Riley Figueres with a great trail check, and the Orange defense rounding in the form. Michael Grace in the near corner of the field, causing havoc. Under 10 on the shot clock for Manhattan. Heiner just has to fire away, and McCool denies it, but the ball finds the stick of Bales against Damian Blando. All-conference long pole for Manhattan. Number 13 in the black. English shaking, baking, but not scoring, because Connor Hapward still the man in between the pipes.
Robert Pozak, 89 in black. He's done a good job on Owen Hiltz tonight. Had a nice stand there at GLE on that last possession.
Manhattan and Pozak have to get right back to work after turning it over in transition. 15th giveaway tonight for the Jaspers. Billy Dwan, the human highlight reel.
He's got great hands, great feel for the game. His IQ stands out. Exceptional.
So does Joey Spalinas. Wrapping around and finding the upper left corner. Multiple goals and assists for Joey on the night. Nothing is new for number 22. Largest lead of the game for Syracuse, 12-2, after number 22 does his thing midway through this third quarter. Michael Ippoliti, you just saw him. New goalie in the game for the Orange. Sophomore by way of Nassau County on Long Island. Jimmy McCool, his night presumably is done. Saw 7 shots on goal, made 5 saves, did his part.
Jimmy McCool played well tonight, followed up his nice Hopkins performance. Kind of right on the crease, turns around, finds Cortez. So I think just rushed it a little bit. I think he wants that one back.
Hapward, another great save. Roa up top. The Orange have more time on the shot clock than the game clock in the third quarter. Roa doesn't care. He fired a laser beam that was stopped again by Hapward.
Leo looks like he's getting some of that confidence back.
Sneaking it into the bottom left. How did Sam English do that? Quickly off the restart, the Orange catch the Jaspers sleeping. 13-2 Cuse.
Sam English does a good job recognizing kind of this 2v1 off ball, calls for the ball from Spallina. And Sam English, he likes to go underneath. He's a right-handed player, but you'll constantly see him underneath, and he'll finish with that stick to the middle, that right hand back to the middle of the field, gives him a better angle.
In search of their third goal on the man up tonight. Hiltz faked the sidewinder, still without a goal on the game. Spallina with no angle, put it on target, but off of the chest of Hapward.
He's going to have a successful career. Just has to figure out where he fits as he gets older, kind of at this X-attack spot.
Almost fit one into the crease on the wraparound. Would have been the second goal of his career.
A lot of these guys on the field right now are on the younger side, freshmen and sophomores.
The elder statesman, Cortez, finding one of those younger players who puts it in. Wyatt Hoddle, the sophomore, with the snipe to make it a 12-goal Orange lead. Hoddle, his third goal in 3 games after scoring a couple on the road against Utah.
Cortez doing a good job here. He's a senior out here playing with some freshmen and sophomores. Dodges hard, comes over the top, makes a nice look. Over to Wyatt Hoddle, Tucker Kellogg, Barrett White. Seen them a little bit in spot duty this season in some of those early season wins.
And Kellogg showing off his laser beam of a shot off his right hip.
See Owen O'Farrell here, he'll operate at X, pushing that right and left side, playing the quarterback role out here right now for this Syracuse offense.
Well, this offense continues to roll in the fourth quarter. Peyton Anderson, one of those highly touted freshmen from right in front, he got pushed into the crease, and that should be a flag on Manhattan, and the goal should stand, making it 15-2.
This is a really high IQ play here. Peyton Anderson sneaks off ball to this back pipe. Tyler McCarthy, really difficult feed, throwing that across the crease.
His second goal in the last 3 games. Largest lead of the night for the Orange. Jazziel Rivera on for the faceoff for Manhattan. It leads to a scrum, a shot, and a score. Anderson back to back for number 88. You don't draw it up like that, Steven, but you'll take it.
Players have to make plays. I believe we saw Paul LaMonica out here, 20 in white for Syracuse. Rivera not able to pick up this ground ball, and Anderson just does a good job staying active. Like, he's got a nice little look off there before he shoots that shot. Hasn't been able to crack that lineup this year, but a guy that can definitely make his way back there by the time his career's over.
Kellogg again towards the middle for Deere, and that's a proven commodity. A career night for Deere, his 4th goal, and the 4th for the Orange in this strong fourth quarter. 17-2. The young Bucks getting some run. And Trey Deere, the veteran of this group, slotting it in midway through the final frame. Gauntlet to end the end of the regular season for the Orange, where 5 of their final 6 opponents all ranked, and the only unranked one is a perennial power, usually in Virginia.
That's why you come to Syracuse.
Well, these young guys are starting to get a taste of SU lacrosse. Owen O'Farrell, just the second goal of his freshman season.
Owen O'Farrell, I've been highlighting him as a quarterback here. Gets a matchup change and just goes to work on this wing. Does a good job coming low, then gets back to that strong right hand. And this shot is impressive. Just tucks it into that low corner. You do, and they don't go unnoticed. That stuff is important. And I do credit the Syracuse bench and the Syracuse coaches for keeping the bench involved in this game. You know, they've been watching their teammates. They've been hyping them up as they should be.
You still got Notre Dame and Cornell, 2 top 10 teams in the country early in April. One of those games, a neutral site in Hempstead on Long Island. That should be a great one. And then you end the regular season on Tobacco Road. Messed one up tonight. And against a team in Colgate on Saturday that will throw the kitchen sink at you, including the 10-man ride. You need to be composed. Another save for Connor Hapworth. And Steven, this one could have gotten ugly for Syracuse, but after that first quarter, they made sure to put a game away, finish the game strong, which they haven't done all the time this year, as Raleigh comes up with the stop.
Nice stop there by Raleigh. Much more room for error at all here moving through. You know, the top 15 right now in the country. Very solid.
The 8-day layover definitely showed its signs early on. The Orange scoreless in the first quarter. And then it stopped there. 18-2 the final.